Good morning. It is day 16, and I'm feeling really calm this morning. So I'm curious to see how that will inform the daily spread. As always, I encourage you to get out your own supplies and to paint or draw or scribble along with me. The point is not to have something that is gallery worthy or even social media worthy, but something that is practicing letting your true, authentic soul expression out. Because so often when we are presenting ourselves, we hide parts of ourselves or we modulate parts of ourselves. And we're meant to be fully expressed. And so by allowing yourself to express yourself this way on paper, just in these short sessions every day to build momentum, although if you can't manage every day, then any kind of momentum that you can generate will be helpful. But as we allow that authentic soul expression to come out on the paper on a regular basis, we will be able to expand in other parts of our life. So it's not, I'm doing art, so I'm improving my art. It's, I'm letting my authentic creative soul expression out, and it will gain confidence and the strength to come out in other situations as well, so that we can be more and more of ourselves and less a fabricated, orchestrated facade of who we think we're supposed to be. So let's go. Basic supplies today: my gouache, my green leaf and blueberry watercolors, just in case, some colored pencils, paint pen, watercolor marker, alcohol marker, and graphite. So these are all pretty much the same tools I've been using. I just kind of grabbed a handful and brought them out here. So we'll go ahead with our quick flip through. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14, day 15, and day 16 as we begin. So I'm feeling inspired to get out the water-soluble graphite, 8B, 12B. And I remember from the other day that I really liked that kind of blooming effect when I pre-wet the paper. So I'm going to do that. It's not as hot of a day. I mean, it's not afternoon yet, is what I should say. What I love about Colorado is that it does get cool during the nights in the summertime, and so you only have to battle the heat for part of a day, and then you know it's going to tone itself down. So here I go. I'm gonna really get this in here and allow it to bleed. I'm really loving that effect. So there's water-soluble graphite. I did not bring out my watercolor pencils today, and apologies for the dogs barking. So now I'm just using some gouache that I have in the pans over here. I'm not using it too opaquely. I just added the water to the pans to activate them, so... I have been going through a bit of an identity crisis lately, honestly, where, I don't know, it feels like a lot of the stuff that I've created in the past, that I've sort of maybe moved beyond it. I'm actually going to unscrew this marker. I'm just going to pour this ink onto the paper and see what happens. So, you know, it's kind of a, you know, not wanting stuff that I've done before to have been a waste of time, and ultimately it isn't, because we're always learning and growing in our own way. And yet, I haven't gotten clarity on what comes next, on, you know, what this new identity, or if it's even an identity, a movement, something. I don't have any clues as to what that might be. So, just rewetting my gouache. Now I am feeling inspired for whatever reason. This is just a blue piece because I feel inspired to bring in my watercolor marker and just move it around kind of lightly. I'm not really pressing very hard. And just moving, getting some of those marks in. And then I'm going to dab at this with my brush. So yeah, there's got to be kind of a willingness to let go. For instance, I'm creating this daily spread series, and while it is an expression, I'm continuing to do it, even though I don't really have an audience for it. Maybe this is just what I love to do, but maybe I'm supposed to be doing something else. Although, my mind gets locked up in that, because for me, I've always felt that something that you love so much could be part of your purpose, your gifts, your talents, your skills. And I'm getting these nudges lately that it's not about your skills, because your skills you could apply anywhere. It's more about... I don't know what some people call your genius, I guess. I am going to get some of this gouache on my brush and just do my little tapping moves. Just get a little... There we go. Yeah, so, and then the question comes in, well, then what is my genius? I have absolutely no idea. If all the things that I love to do and I'm really good at are not being received, then, one, there is shadow around where I'm not okay with that, because, there is part of me that does want to be seen and acknowledged and valued. And then the other piece of that is that our value comes from within, right? If we are relying on someone or something else or a specific result to give us value, then we are giving our power away. So truthfully, anything that we are doing isn't, has some kind of agenda, as long as we haven't addressed that. And the agenda can distort the creation. And, perhaps that has happened with mine in my, having the goal to be completely independent and no longer rely on day jobs and those sorts of things. Although I love my day jobs that I have right now. So it's kind of a what comes next? And there's a little part of me that gets sad, because I am really passionate about this work. I've shared so much for free over the years, and not the freebies have never resulted in consistent paying clients that allow me to pay my bills and support my family and live a nourishing life. And so it got to the point where I was martyring myself, I was prostituting myself. There's that prostitute energy of giving to be liked and giving too much, really depleting myself. So I pulled back on that, and now I'm not sure what is next. So I am choosing a different brush now, and I'm just kind of feeling my way. I think I'm going to grab some of this hot pink gouache and just add it in a couple places. Wherever I'm feeling. Really wanted to get into that puddle down there and add some more. Drag it out a little bit and blend those colors, because that feels fun to me. And I'm grabbing some more. Grabbing some more. Just dragging it across. So yeah, I mean, it comes down to identity, because I've called myself, you know, an artist, a healer, a designer, and am I still that? I don't know. I'm not sure, and so I'm doing all kinds of alchemy work to open up to, you know, what might be beyond that. You know, perhaps I've exhausted that realm, or that realm has served its purpose. And so I am using all of my tools to open me up to next. What's next? I'm really enjoying the color here. Just playing with the color. And I've gotten more and more accustomed to this. I think I mentioned in an earlier video, you know, that with my bigger canvases, I'm accustomed to doing layers and layers and layers. And, you know, if something comes out, I can just cover it up. But with these pages, you know, I'm not using acrylics. One, I'm using a lot of more transparent media. And two, I feel like I need to join these up. And two, I totally lost my train of thought. Just got too focused back on my painting. And I'm just taking a quick pass around because it's feeling like this may be it, maybe at a stopping point. All right, and feeling like I need a little more down here. And there. So with that, we'll call that complete. All right, it's time to zoom in. So here we go. Oh! And the wind said, no, don't do it. So I'll just get in close. There's still some puddling from the water that I laid down to begin with. But you can see how the gouache and the ink have expanded into the water. That graphite, I am just really loving the soft graphite with the water activated graphite. And just the movement and the colors and the texture. So here we go. And those of you who have joined me, I appreciate you so much. And in creating these activated spaces where we're calling out your authentic self, the self that has the magic that you need, I invite you to take a look at, you know, what's been occurring for you, not just in terms of art, but in terms of your daily life, and bringing to your awareness any shifts or any new insights or new developments that have occurred, because we are creating the space for more than you know. I'll see you tomorrow.